Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Chandrika and this is Rika Life. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here with me today. I'm going to share a few things with you today and I just love this community and being a part of it. So in my last couple of videos, I've been sharing corner to corners blankets, and I actually shared a quick tutorial, you could call it, for my corner to corner mashup with a big twist solid color and a cinnamon swirl cake, a Karen cinnamon swirl cake. So I had mentioned and showed you that I will be making one more in blue color. So I wanted to share that with you right now. I've just made a start. I'm in the very beginning, but I can finally see what the colors look like crocheted instead of just on the cake. So I'll share that with you. So I'm using Big Twist Value in the color Sapphire. That's the first color I'm using. This is the solid color for the pattern. And then I'm using Karen Cinnamon Swirl Cake in Snow Cone. That is the color changing yarn. And it's kind of hard to tell, I feel, on here. It's kind of hard to tell what it would look like when it's worked up. That is probably why I only purchased 2 of these when I went recently, the springtime and this one, because I felt like I can't really visualize this. Like the colors popped and that's what made me choose this one in particular. But it's very hard to visualize what will this look like in a project. And of course, it really depends on what kind of project you're making. When I purchased it, because it's 407 yards, I thought I will make a blanket out of it. So that is the purpose I'm using it for. And now I'm going to show it to you my project that I've just made a start on. So, whoops. So my yarn is still connected. I'm using a J or 6mm hook, a Susan Bates hook, and this is what I have so far. So this is that solid sapphire color, the Big Twist Value. And then this is the cinnamon swirl cake, all of this. So you can see that the colors, these 2 colors that I tried to match are not exact, but I feel like they're in the same color family and it's close enough. So now we can kind of see what it looks like worked up. And I think it's like a decent amount of yardage for each of the kind of color changes. So, you know, these ones were a little bit less, but looking at this kind of, it's actually blue. It looks gray, but it's like a bluish color. It's not bad. So I think even if you were to use this yarn for, say, a beanie, a hat, or a scarf, it would also look really good. So this is my corner to corner mashup, and I have the pattern written down. So I did 9 rows of the solid, and then I think I'm doing between 15 and 17 rows of this color changing yarn, and then I'll go back to the solids. I'll start decreasing, and then so on and so forth. So I just wanted to share that with you so you can see what the yarn looks like coming off the ball. I think it would be really nice if somehow, I know on the labels sometimes, not on this label, but sometimes they'll put a picture of what the yarn looks like. Usually it's knitted, but I don't know. It would be really nice if somehow, instead of just showing us the actual yarn, they could show us what it looks like worked up, because something like this is very hard to visualize. You don't know how many rows it would be, and so on and so forth. So I mean, that's something fun that I guess people on YouTube could do. Just an idea that I've seen floating around, and an idea that I think could be very useful for all of us crocheters. So that was my corner to corner. I have in my playlist, my tutorials playlist on my channel, I have a full corner to corner tutorial which tells you how to start and tells you the different configurations you can use, making it into a square, rectangle, triangle, so forth. And then I have one for the cinnamon swirl cakes. It's called a corner to corner mashup. And in that, I go through this step by step and tell you how many rows to make to try and achieve the same look that I achieved for my blanket. My blanket had the cinnamon swirl cake was springtime, and the solid color was lilac of Big Twist Value. So definitely check those out. All the links for that are in the description box below, so you can take a look at that at your leisure. So I wanted to just share that with you, and hopefully as I'm, almost done, it won't take me a long time. It's just that I have other projects going on at the same time. But if I were to sit down and work exclusively on this, I would say I could finish this corner to corner blanket within 3 or 4 days for sure. It's very fast. The corner to corner is making double crochets, slip stitches, chains, and that's pretty much it. Okay, that's that project. And now I want to share with you, so in one of my recent videos, I showed you that I made a cardigan. I made 2 cardigans for my daughter and for her friend. So one of her school friends has asked for a cardigan for herself. And she kind of wanted bright colors. So it's really weird that those are the same colors I had already taken out. And I had these colors sitting together. So it's really funny to me that I already had these colors picked out, and these were some of the colors that my daughter mentioned. So she mentioned lime green, this is Lime by Karen Simply Soft. And she mentioned like a hot pink. This is not hot pink, but she mentioned like a pink. So this is Watermelon by Karen Simply Soft. They are a little bit more neon in color than what's showing up on the screen. So those 2 colors. And then my daughter listed like a bunch of other colors. And I have had this yarn. This is a Big Twist Value. I've had this yarn in my stash now for at least 6 months, and I think I can finally use it. It is a color Rainbow Bright. That's what it looks like. So it has, it's worsted weight, number 4. It has green, it has lime green, it has like a lilac purple, it has pink, it has blue, it has black, orange. There's just a lot of colors happening in here. So I thought these 3 together could make a really nice cardigan. Let me know what you think. I am thinking to use this one more for the ends of the sleeves and the bottom. Likely I'm going to make a cardigan similar to what I made for my daughters, so nothing too complicated. So I'm not sure, but I'm going to match them, so both sides will be matching. And I definitely have enough yarn. So for my daughter's cardigan, I used approximately, I want to say around 500 yards. And these are all, the Karen Simply Soft are 315 yards, and then this one is 269. So I definitely have enough. This would actually be really nice also if I were to make a collar and kind of a middle section in the front. I don't even know what that middle section is called. I keep forgetting the name. But I think this could look really good because it'll just pop. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll kind of get to the end and then add this on as the trim. And that might look really nice. So I'm looking forward to working on this. Just so you know, my daughter told her teachers, her main 2 teachers, that my mom is making a cardigan for you. So I pulled out my Line Brand Mandala Ombre in Pure because I have 6 cakes of it. One of our teachers likes pink and one of our teachers likes blue. And That yarn, in case you don't know, is blue and pink together. So I'm actually deconstructing the balls as I go. I'm going to pop up a picture here of what it's looking like so far. And I've already started both sides of the pink and both sides of the blue. I kind of wanted to make them together, and I have other yarn that I wanted to use as accent colors. So let's see how that works out. That is a project of its own. I'm kind of in this really weird phase right now where I'm trying to figure out how to balance my crochet time. So since I started crocheting in 2014, crochet has been a hobby for me primarily. Yes, I've sold things here and there. I've made custom orders here and there, but it's primarily been a hobby, gifting things, donating things, being inspired and making things, like keeping things like these mandalas and so on, and wall hangings for myself. But most of the things I make, I do give away. So I'm kind of at this phase now where I would really like to spend more time making more videos, making more tutorials, creating more content, and just really investing myself in this. So I'm looking for inspiration. I've already mentioned I want to make a square that can be extended into a blanket. I'm also maybe making a hexagon cardigan pattern tutorial. And of course, I'd love to make more mandalas. I absolutely love making mandalas. They're one of my favorite things to make. I have my own mandala tutorial. It's on my channel. You can check out my tutorial playlist. It's there. It's called a Dreamy Mandala. And there's a full written pattern available on Ravelry as well. So I have my Ravelry going on. I have YouTube. I have a Shopify site. So on my Shopify site, I have originals. So I have different blankets and things that I've made that are available for purchase. So I've listed them there. I'm actually working on creating more listings because I have some finished items that I have not taken proper pictures of yet. So I need to pull out my Canon camera, take nice pictures, upload them, and then create listings for those. So I probably have, I want to say, at least 4 to 6 items to list, maybe more. I know I'm not on Etsy yet. I haven't looked into that yet, but I thought Shopify would be nice. The only thing is that you need the exact link to get there. So the link to my Shopify store is always in my description box below. I'm going to make that the writing in the description box very clear because I think right now there's too many links on there. So I'm just going to have one link to my tutorials playlist, a link to my Ravelry store, a link to my Shopify store, and then I might have more information in case there's any specific pattern that I'm mentioning in a video that you can follow the links to. But I like to keep things simple here for everyone. In terms of looking for inspiration, I'm looking for some guidance from all of you. I know a lot of you comment on a lot of my videos, and it's so nice to hear back from you and know that my content is inspiring. My content is, you're enjoying it. So along with enjoying it, I would love to know, what do you want to see more of on my channel? So I have made polls in the past and put that in my community posts. But if you could sound off in the comments and let me know, what would you like to see more of on my channel? Some of the things that I've been working on for the channel are, of course, having videos every week. So I try to publish 2 videos on Monday and Thursday every week. In addition to that, I've started making tutorials. And then I, of course, share my whips. I share my finished objects. I share other people's patterns that I have made. And in case you don't know, I love making mandalas. So that is that's kind of what I gravitate towards when I am thinking of starting new crochet projects. Aside from mandalas, I love making baby blankets, and a lot of them get gifted. A lot of them I donate to the hospital. I love making hats and beanies. Those also get donated most of the time. Sometimes I gift them as well. And what else? So mandalas, baby blankets, hats. I make scarves. I make shawls. I love making shawls. That's a shawl back there. You must have seen it in my earlier video when I was still making it. I absolutely love making shawls, and I haven't actually shared this project, but I used a cake of Lion Brand mandala yarn. I think it's the color Cupid. So I've started a project with that, and I'll pop up a picture here. So it is a triangle triangle shawl. It is being made with one cake of yarn, and the yarn, the color keeps changing. So I'm doing it in the moss stitch or the linen stitch, and it's so meditative. I absolutely love working on it. Right now I've put it on the side, but I think I'm going to pull it out again because it's projects like that that make me very happy when I'm crocheting. It just makes me feel, I get that feeling of like satisfaction that I finished a row, or like just seeing it. So it's funny, one of my earlier videos that I made, like one of the very first ones I made, probably in the first few weeks, was actually a video of me crocheting. So I just put the camera down and I started crocheting, and I just showed you guys me crocheting. And it's so funny because that's exactly the part that gets me in that peaceful place. So even while I'm crocheting, while I'm making these hexagon cardigans, I'm not distracted or looking here or there or trying to do it without looking at my crochet. I am actually wanting to look at my crochet, and I'm looking down and I'm seeing how my hands are moving, and that rhythm, you just build up that rhythm, and you're going across the row or you're going in the round, and you lose sense of everything else, and it's like laser focused. It's kind of that feeling when you're watching a movie and you forget that there's anything around you and all you see is the screen and you're so engrossed in the movie. That's the best way I can explain it. That's how I feel. That's how I want to feel when I'm crocheting, and that's how I feel often, and that's why I really look at my work, and it's like, it's so peaceful. It just makes me feel so good. It's so soothing. So I try to get to that. Often that happens when I'm using one color only. Often that happens when it's a repetitive pattern and I don't need to think about it. Something like just making double crochets or just making linen or moss stitches. So that's why I feel like I gravitate towards, I would call them mindless projects. They're not easy. They're just simple patterns. You still need to work on it, but you don't need to think about it, and it becomes automatic, and your whole, I don't know how to describe it, your whole being just, you get to another level where there's a sense of satisfaction, where there's this clarity, and you're just focused. You're just doing one thing. You lose sense of time, you lose sense of space. You don't know whether or not you're breathing, you don't know how you're sitting, you've forgotten what the weather's like, what light's on, and you're just in your project. And I love that feeling. And I think I just want to chase that feeling even more. So I'm trying not to start too many new projects, but of course, that always happens. So I guess I'm starting more projects because I want to be inspired, and I want to feel creative, and I want to feel like I'm making something that's beautiful and that's exciting to me. So likely I'll be starting this cardigan. Right now, I realized both of the projects I'm working on, the corner to corner and then the cardigans, have blue in them, a lot of blue. And I don't know, blue is just like it's a deep color. It's a beautiful color. Like, this is such a nice, rich, saturated color. But I feel like it's, I don't know. Like when you're feeling, I'm even wearing blue, but when you're feeling blue, so when it gets cloudy outside and I'm working on something blue, I'm kind of like what's happening. Like, I want something bright. Like, I want something like this in my face where it's like bright. It's like, here, there's something new, something exciting, something fun. So likely I will be starting this very soon. Hopefully I can share that with you. And hopefully that won't take too long. But I think I just need more like pops of color and more brightness, and that's what makes me happy. That's what makes me like keep coming back to my crochet and picking it up. Because I feel like right now I'm working on like these really light pinks and then like all this blue, and it is making me blue. Like I don't know how else to describe it. So yeah. I would love to know of other things that you would like to see on my channel. So definitely let me know in the comments below if you have any suggestions, you have any comments, you have any advice. If you also don't like working on blue things. And I'm wearing blue, of course, but yeah. I just wanted to share all those whips with you today and let you know what's happening. Hopefully by next week, hopefully over the weekend, I can knock out some of this and start some things that I'm excited about, because I need that excitement in my life right now. And then hopefully next week I can share some more things with you or some finished things with you. That would be nice. I also mentioned that I wanted to get some things ready for donations. So I likely would be making baby hats, and I might have one or two baby blankets that I can donate. But usually I'll try and make about 20 to 30 baby hats. Excuse me. So I will be working on making some baby hats. Probably not for next week. Probably closer to the middle of March. So that's on my radar. I need to sit down and spend some time and kind of get organized. So this is my crochet book. It says, "Follow your dreams, they know the way." It's so beautiful. So it's just, nothing complicated. It's just lined paper. And I try to keep track of things in here. I also have what's it called? Google Keep. On there you can you can create notes for yourself. So I also use Google Keep, which is a digital way of storing information. And so I open that on my phone, and I actually keep track of my whips, and I keep track of finished projects. So that's kind of an ongoing list, and I've had that list now for over a year. So it's nice to see, okay, what did I make in February? What did I make in March? So on and so forth. But this book in particular is more planning for the channel. So I'll be spending some time to decide what tutorials to work on, what patterns to design. I haven't really been giving myself time to design patterns. I've just been making different things. So just getting that all sorted. But I'm still going to be publishing my 2 videos a week. So stay tuned for that. And there's lots of previous content on my channel where I've shared different projects that I've made. As of right now, I have my corner to corner tutorial, my dreamy mandala tutorial, and my dreamy beanie hat tutorial. So if you haven't seen those already, definitely check them out. Click on my name, go to my channel, and it's in the playlist called Crochet Tutorials, and all the information is there. The mandala and the hat both have full video patterns and full written patterns. The written patterns are on my Ravelry. That's also linked in the description box below, and that's also linked, hopefully, in the info about my channel. I'm going to double check that. But yeah, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you have a wonderful crochetful day, and I'll see you again soon.